That's the foundation stone of our 80% plus win record over 100 years. That's what creates the myth, fuels the fear, is the aura. Win. Just win. Just keep winning. Don't try and rationalise with a West Ham fan. I made that mistake in 98. I've regretted it ever since I've met Miles. I tell you what, right now I'd take a squared series if we win at Eden Park.
Well, hold on, Mr. Who wants to win every test?
Yeah, good point.
Welcome to the DSPN.
John Walker wins the 1500 metres gold medal at the Olympic Games.
The All Blacks have won by 29 points tonight.
The Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast, people. Martin, Devlin, Lachlan Waugh, DSPN. It's a day away from being a week away from the All Blacks versus the Springboks, and we began the big build-up yesterday. Wow. What a fixture to look forward to. Brendan Nell out of South Africa on the program today. We're talking about Rassie Erasmus. What kind of lineup is he going to pick for this game? Is it going to be more Cape Town than Ellis Park? Who's got more to lose? Who's more vulnerable right at the moment? So many, what we call narratives surrounding this fixture. Hey, it's just a game of test rugby. Brilliant, isn't it? So we're going to be talking about that, as well as a good healthy round of what is more chance of happening as we approach the weekend's fixtures. Well, I've got some damn good NRL to look forward to, NPC, Premier League, Women's World Cup Rugby. Again, I always ask, if you can, please do us a big favour. Click subscribe on the DSPN YouTube channel. We're well over 13,000 subscribers now. 3.5 million views, 150,000 in the last couple of days. So you're obviously enjoying what we're putting up, and we're very grateful and very thankful for that. Very humbled by all the responses, all the feedback. Keep it coming. Try and reply to as many of you as possible, and we do a big mailbag section as well every week. It's called engagement. We love it, and as I say, can't tell you how much we appreciate it, because we really, really do. We start the show the same way every single day.
Marty sermons brought to you by WebWonks. Generate online leads with WebWonks. Doctors for your Google data.
We live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots.
I first posted this just prior to the start of the French series 8 weeks ago, and with last week's loss to Argentina causing angst ahead of next weekend's first test against the Boks, I think it's worth another lap around the track, revisiting our attitudes towards and about the All Blacks, asking the question, what are the All Blacks actually about? Why are we one of the world's most respected and revered sports teams across any code in any country? The answer is very simple. Winning. One word. Winning. That's it. It really is as simple as that. Win every game. Win every time we play. That is what the mystique is. That is where the aura originates. That is what the marketeers now call the brand. The brand defined as winning. Excellence achieved and acknowledged by winning. Over many decades, over more than a century in fact. When the men in black turn up, we're here to kick your butt. This isn't a promotional experience. It's never a friendly game. The All Blacks' attitude was as professional as any sport before the game became professional. We are there to win. I think the mass marketing and social mediaing, if that's a word, and corporatizationing, if that's a word, of the team has and is diluting this. And I find that a real worry. Last year we lost 4 games. In terms of results, that defines a bad season. Losing to 2 or more opponents in a year for the All Blacks is failure. That's how I grew up with my team, and I refuse to change my thoughts around it. The younger folk, I respect your opinions. The generations after mine, I believe, though, accept losing a lot easier than us old fogies do. The country used to go into sporting mourning when we lost. The next week, everyone at work will have a little sulk on. I think in regards to this team, that's healthy. These days, though, the attitude has shifted somewhat, rather a lot, in fact. For most younger fans, and by that I mean especially those under 30 or so, as long as the players post a few Instagrams afterwards and they can scroll a few natty TikTok selfies, and losing doesn't sting as much as it once did. It doesn't linger. As long as the haka was performed with vigour and we did a few meme-worthy try celebrations, I can accept losing. Well, that's not me. That's not my attitude, and it never ever will be. Mystique, aura, invincibility. These aren't buzzwords some ad guy guru type writes on a whiteboard. Although sadly these days they increasingly are. These soulless cliche clowns bandy these terms around while selling us armpit roll-ons and sugar pop lolly drinks. Meaningless. They are in fact words and terms that you can only ever earn, and you earn them by results, by winning, by being the most winningest team in the sport for over 100 years. Truth is, though, right now, we aren't the best team in the world. We have no right to claim that. We haven't been the best team since 2019. That's over 6 years now. And for me, that's plenty long enough. 17 losses, 2 draws since that semi-final defeat to England. 19 fails. Now, knowing this should hurt All Black fans. We should never accept being second or third best. To get back to being number one, to being the team to beat at the next World Cup, I believe we need to get back to thinking, wanting, demanding, winning. And yes, of course, we're going to lose the odd game. We always have. In our whole history, we've only ever had a handful of unbeaten seasons. That's sport. That's how it goes. But it's where you set the bar. We lost to Argentina fair and square. Congrats, Los Pumas. It's not losing. It's maintaining the refusal to accept losing is what defines our team, if you understand that. It always has. That's the foundation stone of our 80% plus win record over 100 years. That's what creates the myth, fuels the fear, is the aura. Win. Just win. Just keep winning. Do that and everything else takes care of itself. Sponsors, corporates, fans, social media, website clicks, TV ratings, water cooler talk, community-minded charity profiles. Every whiteboard, buzzword, guy, Smiley, the marketing guy wants to spoon feed you with. The All Blacks are about winning. Nothing else. Win and it takes care of everything else. Lachlan, it's Friday, another round of...
What has more chance of happening?
Yeah, I present some scenarios, some situations, game day, fixtures across the weekend, and you tell me what is more chance of happening. On a comparison basis, when this guy yells, yes! On to the next one we go. Let us start. NRL tonight, Warriors home Eels, 8 o'clock. The game to follow that is Storm versus Roosters, 10 o'clock. Storm at the moment, sitting pretty. Will they get the second? Well, I think they've got 1 and 2 pretty well lined up. I don't know whether they're giving up tonight. I don't know whether they're resting players, but they've got no Harry Grant. They've got no Jerome Hughes.
Well, they need to lose both, and Canterbury will need to win by quite a bit next week, wouldn't they? I think, yeah.
Warriors win tonight. I believe clinch. I know that the Broncos and the Sharks can both win out, and that would overtake the Warriors. I don't believe that that's going to happen. But anyway, Warriors are home Eels tonight after winning their last 2. Storm are home Roosters. What is more chance of happening? The Eels beat the Warriors or the Roosters beat the Storm?
That's tricky. I know that you are very quick to write off any team that's playing the Warriors, which is really strange because the Warriors have been an ordinary side for about 2 months. Apart from, I thought they were actually really good against the Titans.
I thought they were too.
They played well.
Yeah.
I thought the score, those 2 tries at the end were a bit of a shame that they conceded. I think there's much more chance that Parramatta win. The reason is because I think Melbourne, at this time of the year, you would not bet against them getting the job done, and the job being, look, they've got the top 2 spot, but a win, I think, tonight secures it, pretty much. They'd need to lose both, and Canterbury need to win by a lot next week. So it's not that Melbourne have more to play for, but I think they're a much more reliable bet to get the job done, whereas the Warriors have been unreliable the last couple of months. And Parramatta have had some good wins, and they have played well. They are a good side at the moment, Parramatta. They are playing at, well, I was going to say playing at the right, well at the right time of year, but
Eels, 1 lost, 1 lost, 1. That's their last 5.
Yeah, but the losses have been tight losses.
Yeah,
they ran the Storm close not longer. They played much better than Brisbane when they won up at Suncorp. Yeah. Seriously, Parramatta are a very dangerous side, especially with Mitch Moses in the form that he is. Yes! They are a good team.
What is more chance of happening?
And I think they'll win.
Sunday at 4 o'clock, Sharks play Knights. Sunday at 6:05, Dolphins play Titans. These are the bottom 2 teams in the comp, Knights and Titans as well, you know. Knights have lost their last 7 and Titans have won 1 out of their last 9. Sharks...
Who was that one against?
Warriors.
Yeah.
Sharks, if they do win twice, and their last game is the Dogs, who won last night against a very reduced Penrith side.
Not a good-looking Dogs team.
Dolphins at the moment sitting just outside the 8. They're on 26 points. If they win, because their points differential is slightly better, and the Roosters lose, they could get that 8th spot with 1 round to play. So, plenty to play for the Dolphins, plenty to play for the Sharks. What is more chance of happening? An upset here. Knights get a win for their fans, or the Titans turn up and get a win for their fans?
Well...
You can actually say there's no chance of either of those things happening.
The Knights have been an abomination the last... It's really good. Like they've lost, what did you say, 7 in a row? The early middle parts of the year, they were still competitive. The one thing I've liked about the Knights for years is that, they don't really have a lot of great talent. They got some good ones.
But they're gritty, though.
They are. They don't really die trying. No, they do die trying. They do die trying? Yeah, because they're trying when they die. Yeah, they die trying. think that makes sense. But they've been terrible the last few weeks. The Brisbane were good last week, but really the Knights were terrible in that game as well, and the Cowboys just walloped them. So I'd say there's much more chance that the Titans win.
I don't think either that's going to happen, to be honest.
But yeah, I also agree because, well, the Titans have just sacked their coach. They've got their next coach confirmed, more or less, I think. I think they have confirmed their next coach, which is Josh Hannay.
I think both these teams are on mad Monday.
Yeah, but I think the Titans have a good performance in them from time to time.
Last one. Cowboys play Broncos Saturday 9:35. Dragons play Sea Eagles the game before, Saturday 7:30. Again, Cowboys can't do anything except beat their state rival for pride. Broncos, if they win out, and hopefully for them they would be hoping the Wars drop a game, they could actually go into that top 4.
They will.
Dragons, Sea Eagles, Manly sitting in the same situation as the Dolphins. They are 26 points. They need the Roosters to drop. They need themselves to win those last 2 games. And the last one, of course, is against the Warriors. So if they managed to burgle one against the Dragons, they'd go into that last round still with a glimmer of hope. What is more chance happening? Sea Eagles win or Cowboys win?
I would say more chance the Sea Eagles win, but I don't think they will. But there's more chance.
That's what I'm asking. More chance.
There's more chance. I think the Dragons will win this game. Manly have been, like Brisbane, probably they are the 2 most hot and cold teams this year. One week they look spectacular. Manly the next they just
You've looked pretty good though the last couple of weeks, and Reece Walsh is playing bloody well. So
well, for all, Reece Walsh, and he was great against the Knights, but for every 4 or 5 great things that he does, he will do 2 or 3 real sort of strange kind of clangers.
You've won 3 out of your last 4 Broncos.
Yeah, I know, and that one loss was not a good loss. And again, we played well against the Knights, but there were periods in that game where we could have put our foot down and really taken control, and we didn't. I still don't think we are good enough against the very best in the comp. So I would lean towards the Sea Eagles having more chance of winning, because the Cowboys, in saying all of that, the Cowboys are very average.
NPC Rugby. We've got a week to go before the test, so if you want to watch some rugby, it's NPC this weekend. Couple of games to talk about. Saturday 7:10, Tasman hosting Otago. Sunday 2:05, Wellington playing Auckland. What is more chance happening? Tasman versus Otago is 3 versus 4 on the points table. Wellington versus Auckland is 11 versus 12.
Are Wellington that low?
What is more chance happening? So Auckland, Counties Manukau, North Harbour and Wellington. Okay, so that catchment area is about 2 million people, right? Yeah, and they're the 4 bottom teams. What is more chance happening? Otago go to Tasman and win, or Auckland go to Wellington and win?
I'd say Auckland go to Wellington and win. Because I think Tasman are probably, you'd say, one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the competition. Their one loss came against Bay Plenty in the first week, wasn't it? And it was a bad loss, but I think they haven't lost since, have they?
No.
And they were good against Harbour.
Harbour aren't.
Yeah, Harbour aren't great anyway. But they were very good against Harbour, as was Macca Springer in that game. No, I think that Auckland, as much as they have been pretty ordinary to watch, the results have been ordinary. They've been great to watch.
The first 2 games they lost, they should have beaten Waikato. They could have beaten Canterbury. They didn't win either game. They got smacked up by Taranaki.
Their issue is, and it's a weird sort of comparison, the Cleveland Browns, this happened to them. So they had that one season where they went 1-15, and then people thought, geez, it can't get worse than this. And then the next season they went 0-16. And the season they went 0-16, as weird as, they won 1 game fewer and didn't win any, they still actually looked a better side, and through the first 3 or 4 weeks, I remember a lot of the results were still they were close games. I know, but the first few weeks were close and competitive, and then they got worse. I worry that could happen with Auckland. It's all well and fine to look good early on, but unless you get a win,
there it is.
Then it gets in your head a bit, and then the performances start to actually get worse, and you get to a point where you're losing by 30 or 40 every week. So I worry for Auckland if they can't actually get a win soon, that this wonderful play, this exciting throwing the ball around, flick passes, doing this exciting expansive play that they've got, it kind of counts for nothing.
What is more chance happening, Otago win or Auckland?
I said Auckland win.
Okay. Yes! What is more chance of happening? North Harbour hosting Bay of Plenty tonight 7:10. Counties playing Taranaki. Taranaki second, Counties second to last, North Harbour last, Bay of Plenty 7th. So who has more chance of a win this weekend?
A lot of words there. Repeat the fixtures.
North Harbour last playing Bay of Plenty.
Yep.
Counties second to last playing Taranaki. Who has more chance of winning, North Harbour or Counties? Again, I reckon this is one of those ones where you can easily say...
Are they both at home?
Both at home.
Yeah, County, because I was actually looking at going out to book a go for that game. Jeez.
Probably neither.
I don't know. I would probably, maybe Harbour.
Well, they've got to get a win at some stage, don't they?
Yeah, well, yes, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think either, actually, to be fair.
On to the Premier League. And we've got 3 fixtures to talk about. Okay, Brighton, Man City, Man United, Burnley. Brighton, 1 a.m. Monday. Man United, Burnley, 2 a.m. Sunday. What is more chance of happening? Brighton beat Man City, or Man United get
Who's at home?
Brighton.
Yeah.
Or Man United get a win against Burnley.
Are you at home?
Yes. Well, it doesn't
no,
matter.
No, because if you're at home, you're absolutely not winning.
What
Because you
difference does
you
it-
lose more when you're at Old Trafford.
What difference does it make?
There's much more chance that. Are you asking if Burnley or Brighton?
No, United win or Brighton win.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because if it was Burnley, then I would have said no. There's more chance Burnley win.
Burnley had a win last week against Sunderland.
I don't know. I'd say more chance United.
Really?
Yeah.
You got faith in us?
No, but I don't think City are going to drop another game after the way they played last week against Tottenham. Tottenham, I mean, if you see Tottenham beating Man City 2-0, you would think it was smash and grab, 2 goals kind of on the counter-attack.
No.
They were the better side,
battered
Spurs.
them, yeah.
They were good. And City were bad. So I would lean towards there being a response from a Pep Guardiola coach side, assuming he still has his magic dust that he can sprinkle over his players and whatnot. So I would say there's more chance United win because I don't think Brighton will. And you guys might. I don't know.
Liverpool play Arsenal. This is the big blockbuster fixture of the weekend. Monday morning, 3:30 our time. Chelsea play Fulham Saturday at 11. What is more chance of happening? Arsenal go to Anfield and win, or Fulham go to Chelsea, which is a crosstown derby. They're both West London there. Fulham win Saturday night, 11:30 away at Chelsea, or Arsenal beat Liverpool.
Well, I'm very, very nervous about the Liverpool defence.
Conceded 4 goals in 2 games here. But you've won them both. You've scored 7 goals.
Yeah, when we score, when we need to score, we do. As much as our defence, not only is it thin, the guy Ibrahima Konate, who plays next to Van Dijk, he's been very average. So even
Don't talk to me about average defenders, mate.
no, but by the standards,
both your
by
guys.
the high standards that is defending league champions we set, I would say there's more chance Arsenal go to Anfield and win, to be honest, because I don't, because Arsenal didn't play well against you guys, and I don't think the 5-0 win over Leeds means anything at all. Actually, no, I'll reverse that. It's more chance Fulham win.
Final one, Spurs at home to Bournemouth, Sunday 2 a.m. Nottingham Forest home West Ham, Monday 1 a.m. Chris Wood up front for Nottingham Forest. What is more chance happening? The away teams win. Bournemouth go to Spurs and win, or West Ham,
Bournemouth go to Spurs.
who've been
and win.
hopeless,
Bournemouth go to
like my United.
Bournemouth go to Spurs. Don't even need to finish that sentence. Bournemouth are a good side. They've got a very good manager. Spurs. This happened 2 years ago. They had
they got off to a
little honeymoon period with
rocket under
Ange, where
Ange, yeah.
and then it fell away. I don't think it means anything. So until they can actually do this for successive seasons, I don't think you can read into these results at all. West Ham are awful. They are. At this rate, they're going to get relegated unless they sack their manager. So much more chance at Bournemouth.
That's Graham Potter. He was brilliant at Brighton. What
He
happened?
was brilliant at Brighton,
Yeah.
and then what happened when he went to Chelsea?
Yeah. Well,
They somehow got worse.
Yeah.
And then now he's at West Ham, and somehow. So can I just say, you've got a good friend, Miles Davis, who's a big West Ham fan, and he, along with many West Ham fans, wanted Moyes out of there because it was a boring brand of football. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to tell a fan what they should want in their team, but. He got you a trophy. You did all right, and now you're worse since you got rid of him.
Spurs won a trophy for the first time in 100 years.
Yeah,
and
well,
they-
Spurs are they're a business. They're all about just making money. They don't care about results. How on earth can a West Ham fan sit there who wanted Moyes out still be happy that he's gone and happy with their current situation?
I don't care.
Because they made a
don't
bunch
care.
of...
I got enough to worry about.
No, I know, but they made a bunch of signings a year ago as well.
Don't try and rationalise with a West Ham fan. I made that mistake in '98. I've regretted it ever since I've met Miles. So, and finally, call it now. Who wins at Eden Park? All Blacks or Box? A week out.
I said this to a friend last night, and that friend agreed with me so vehemently. He thought I was bang on. I think there will be a response from the All Blacks. I think they'll beat the Springboks at Eden Park. I think it'll be similar to the Mount Smart performance. I think they'll come out and swing a few punches, but I think the Springboks will beat us in Wellington.
You know what? I'll take that.
No, I won't.
I would take that. I would take
After
the win at Eden Park.
after
I would take the win at Eden Park.
After the Argentina loss, I would not take not winning both of these.
No, I tell you what. Right now, I'd take a squared series if we win at Eden Park.
Well, hold on, Mister who wants to win every test.
Yeah, good point.
This is the DSPN.